your people. Continue.
What are Armit and I... Armit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
The door is looking at us.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Wingardium Leviosa.
What is your side I've got?
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive
Revelio.
workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Accio. Revelio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Accio.
You're joking.
Armit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Over here! Why don't you come up here and fight me? It's a sheep human. I won't rest.
You've one less follower, Ranrock.
That was a little more than I'm
Revelio.
used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Armit. You have my word. We're being watched by a door.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans or a schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Expelliarmus.
Descendo!
Why have you not run away?
Expelliarmus.
Shit.
I won't rest. This doesn't hurt.
Expelliarmus.
This is almost too easy.
Oh shit.
Release me. I will make you pay. I hate that!
Expelliarmus. Finger. Expelliarmus.
You are
Glacius. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo.
Oh, nice.
Expelliarmus. Not quite.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This is more complex than I had expected.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too... I wonder if the boiler powers the lever. I suspect it must.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Do this one after. Come back, go to the other one. I'll come downstairs, didn't I? And I'm nuts.
Revelio.
Oh, it was only a bloody chamber.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio.
I didn't lose.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio.
An intruder! I should have been. I've been fighting since before you were born.
Expelliarmus.
Easily diverted.
Confringo.
You won't stop me.
Confringo.
What are you doing? What is this?
Expelliarmus.
Red Rock will unite us! You won't get away with that. Shut.
Expelliarmus.
Let's get this over. Oh, just you wait till I'm on solid ground! How childish!
Confringo.
I should have been.
Expelliarmus. Glacier. Expelliarmus!
You almost thrown in the rather unwise.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
You will regret coming here. Who's there? One less human to worry about. Enough of this nonsense.
Defender! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I think. Revelio! Accio!
Stupid.
Revelio! Confringo!
Please don't do that.
See where my things are.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgott what we found. Revelio. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
No. Oh.
Please don't do that.
Do what? I'm in that way. Where the hell do I get out?
Revelio. Revelio.
Ah. Numbnuts.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Oh, you prick. I have to go that way. Go. At this place. Sides of the mouth. Look. Building on the right hand side. Base.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
See you later.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She
That's
wanted
his
to
wife.
build together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Cock, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
No, I was challenging you. Go.
I have to complete.
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Okay. So it's telling me where the bloody things are. I was playing. I just stuff some Merlin map got. Jeez. That. What the hell is that?
Confringo! Defender! Glacier! Confringo! Defender! Glacier! Expelliarmus! Glacier!
That's them frogs. Yeah, prick. No, I didn't mean to do that.
Levioso! I'll look after you.
Ah, thank you.
You won't be disappointed, I can promise you that. So nice of you to stop by.
Skills are wasted doing this.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt. I should investigate.
Walls. Yeah.
Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus! Glacier! Revelio.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
I think I know how where to sentence about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Revelio. Revelio.
Where are they? Right, one now.
Revelio.
Oh, no, I found one.
Revelio.
Oh, wait. That.
Revelio.
Is it?
Revelio.
Do you want to be on that fucking tree?
Revelio.
Another time I can't find it.
Revelio.
Where's them snidget things?
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio.
Where's the other one up there?
Revelio. Glacius! Confringo!
A lucky shot. Back for more, I see. You little coward! Knew I'd find you.
Good.
Revelio.
One. Cruising.
Confringo. Revelio.
Have one.
Confringo. That solves that.
Stupid other guy.
Revelio. I did it. And an Ashwinder, no less.
There you are.
Levioso. Assignment's all finished.
Oh shit, I messed up.
Everything's all right now. Revelio.
Good. Hey, Caesar. Yeah, I do like the game. It's brilliant.
There's so much we don't know about beasts. So much to learn.
Slow down now. There we go.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your new spell.
Yep.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control. Excellent. You have it well in hand.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow. And there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver okami eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
Hope it won't. I got update the room.
Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
4,000.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions he brewed.
No.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Ah. Level 2.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time.
Hog meat. Oh dear.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Ah.
Oh, I shall enjoy this.
Confringo!
Revelio.
Beef meat. Hell.
Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Leviosa. Leviosa. Potatoes. Wingardium Leviosa.
Confringo!
Confringo.
What am I doing?
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio.
Oh shit.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Confringo!
Bombarda. Defender. Fringo! Bombarda! Revelio! Lumos. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
Yeah.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig's asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fine.
You'll be her foot.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned. Bombarder. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Repulsor. Accio. Descender. Reparo. Revelio. Reparo.
Oh dear. Do natty thing. Do the main.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know what your plan.
Oh, Mom.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic, what happened to Bickle. He
Oh, his
wanted
other
me to
guy.
speak out against Harlow for an act of violence
face.
committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Christmas trees are going up.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping, and I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill...
Revelio!
Where was I?
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
You get that, give me 500. Nice.
Revelio. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Gonna change it tonight. Tonight.
Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio.
There it was.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio. A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Mine. Using that girl as bait. No one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow think they're finishing reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Susan will be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
I just think I'm still more muscle.
How did I get mixed up in this, doing Rookwood's work for him? It's exhausting. Standing here all day, waiting to do Rookwood's work for him. He can spite it. Keep on your toes.
Suppose it's worth a look.
They don't seem to care for me, the Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there. I may go to Hogsmeade later, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things. Oh, you're wasting your time with her, my friend. I've seen her show...
Back for more, I think.
Bombarda.
Expelliarmus.
No!
Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Look what you might want to look up.
Expulso. How does that feel?
Quite conductive, aren't we? Expelliarmus. My what? Defender.
Oh, what's the line?
Confringo. Expulsion. Expelliarmus. Give it back. Barely felt anything at all. Expelliarmus. Bombardo. Confringo. Flash of inspiration. Expelliarmus. Disarm my wand. Confringo. Bombardo. Defender. You die. Expelliarmus. What are your faults, John? Electricity. Hardly felt it. Expulso. Bombardo. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. You made a grave mistake. Revelio.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Don't give me that.
Revelio.
Confringo.
Revelio.
I've never been afraid of the dark.
Revelio.
Or doing dark things. We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. Aaron Shear isn't worth the time. No amount of spoils is worth that many spiders. Still nothing and no one here. It's time to be a beast.
Expelliarmus.
Hey, that's mine!
Bombardo. Defender. Incendio. Incendio. Perhaps you want to give up.
Expulso! What are you?
Expelliarmus.
See more courage in a forelock.
Expulso!
Bombardo.
Incendio! Expulso! You survived longer than expected. Now you're just getting on my nerves. Incendio!
Expelliarmus.
Expulso! Well, what a pathetic display.
Incendio! You'll soon bear the scars of my wrath. You can count on it.
Incendio!
Confringo. He's
Expulso!
Bombardo.
Pathetic.
Defender. Cut.
You're a traitor! I'm Incendio! Expulso! Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Bombarda. Expelliarmus.
That was a miss. Incendio! Second! Incendio! Keep still!
Expelliarmus.
Expulso!
Confringo.
Ah.
Defender.
Incendio!
Expelliarmus.
Incendio! Expulso!
Bombarda. Too slow.
Incendio! Expulso! You're gonna have to stop that. I don't have all day. Incendio! Expulso! Incendio!
If you owe me galleons and you can't pay, you best get it to Revelio.
Focus Totalis. Defender.
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Revelio. Confringo.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you.
Oh dear.
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Confringo. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Lumos. Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure.
Revelio.
Thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to separate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Done.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
It's starting now, so you should be that thing.
Mine now, Demi guys. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Come and listen. I've acquired what muggles call a lute. Marvelous, isn't it? Use a few more handhelds in mine.
I had to grow a Hogswarts. Great plaything.
Oh.
Revelio.
Something else too. A dash of powdered bat spleen, I think.
Revelio.
Oh dear.
I should dismount here.
Brig.
Revelio. Revelio.
That was weird.
Confringo.
Revelio.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Ah. There you go. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the
Merry
broken
Christmas.
container I found at Rookwood Castle?
I noticed that in the game it's Christmassy.
I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
The old part.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Revelio. How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. Revelio.
Ooh.
Expelliarmus.
Oh.
Revelio. Alohomora.
I must have 9 of them by now. How do you know how many you got? Six of them. I need 9.
Revelio.
Christmas tree in Hogswarts. Nice.
I could do this for all eternity.
Who's been in Connolly? I could do this for all eternity.
Revelio.
That. They ain't told me how to do that yet, so. Oh, he's everywhere.
I can't wait to watch you try.
Confringo.
It's him. Speak to Nay. Do better all the side quests rather than the bloody main quest. But it would finish going by now if I was doing the main quest. The other thing is the loading times are a bit bad on this. Can't you just... That one's I know you. There you. I didn't know you got a bloody Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Some of these I could have done.
Revelio.
Just I wish I think I bloody put it for a while.
Leviosa. Revelio. Lumos.
Off. Is it? Okay.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Going to be it tonight. I can chat to Natty, then I'll be on the next one. Oh, come on, kidding me. I won't play Dead by Daylight in a minute. Thanks to people that watch. Much appreciating all the likes. I'll see you guys on the next one.